Oh, YouTube friends and followers. Here's something strange and interesting I found. If you look at this URL, this thing is http://kiwisdr.com/public. And what these are is a list of software-defined radios. And you say, okay, what's a software-defined radio? Well, it's a radio which is defined by software, and it runs on hardware, which are usually digital signal processors and the like. I haven't done much with these, but I was looking to get into shortwave listening again, so I found this site and I was trying to figure out why my shortwave radio here at the home wouldn't receive much. And so then I started investigating other people's shortwave radios. And what's cool is people have gone to sites like this and built up, shall we say, shortwave radios that are accessible on a web browser. So these are all over the world. And what's fun is you can get onto one like this one here, which is at point raise, and it seems to have really good reception. So down here, you see this S meter, which has a very low value, which is good. You don't want a lot of ambient noise when you're listening to shortwave or anything really. And so this is the amateur radio band. They call this thing uh, 20 meters because the band length or the length of the wave is about 20 meters. And so what this big display is here, this is a display of the signals that the receiver is picking up. And this is a very handy panel here where you can do a minus and go up in the air basically, and you can look at more of the radio band that you're concerned with. So this SDR radio can receive a lot of signals at once. And so this gives you an idea of what there is to receive on these bands. And so this is megahertz here. So what's cool is, say you want to listen to some AM station somewhere. I mean, people don't even like AM radio anymore, but as a reference on how to use this, you could go here and select band to say medium wave, and you'll see all the AM stations that this device can pick up, and you have your modulation selected here as AM, so amplitude modulation, AM. And I'll turn the volume up a little bit on the computer here. So now if you click on one of these waves here, one of these stations, this is basically the wave as recorded by time going down a waterfall chart here. And this is called a spectrum analyzer. But anyway, click on this one, say, and you can hear some stations here in the SFA area. Another one, another one. So this is a way to listen to AM radio on your computer, which is kind of cool. So what if you want to listen to something else interesting like ham radio? Well, okay. Amateur radio is confined in these bands, and you want to find an active band. The 20 meter band is very active. So here we'll go to 20 meters here. And then this waterfall chart would be signals that are available on 20 meters. These ones that are kind of choppy are mostly single sideband signals. So let's figure out how to listen to these. And first of all, what they are. So I start off in AM mode here on amplitude modulation, and I'll listen to what these things are. And say you click on this one here, that's sideband. Listen to this one here. That's real strange. I got no idea what that is. This one here, Again, some type of bursty signal. Over here, that's Morse code. So you can select CW here, and you can hear some Morse code. You can decode it too, I think, with this thing. So you can do a extension and say CW decoder. Let's see if it works. We have to get it on the right frequency here. Having no luck at this, really. There it goes. Eric. That's his call sign. That's pretty cool. So now you hear noise coming in. Let's find somebody else to CQ. I'm not quite sure what frequency it locks onto here. Anyway, there's also sideband on here. So a sideband on 20 meters, you want to do upper sideband here. So USB. And that has a wide bandwidth. Let's go to these, let's go to SSB over here and see what happens. Some people on there. Let's try right here. Let's dial down here. Since this is upper sideband, you want to get this little part here right on the lower part of the signal. So if I click right here, here's a strong one right here. So by a W5 call, that guy's in Texas. Let's try somebody else here. So that's how to receive stations, say, on ham radio from Point Reyes in California. Now, if we'd want to do something a little more daring, we would say, okay, what do AM radio stations sound like in Poland? So here's Poland, Warsaw, right here. Let's give that a shot and see what happens. Okay, it looks like it's working, so we're connected to this guy's station in Poland. And what does he have going on here? Sounds like it's Polish or Russian going on there. So some station on. That's a high frequency. That's really cool. I wonder what that is. So let's go to Polish AM, their amplitude modulated radio. This is like AM radio stuff here. We'll go down here and see what's going on here on AM. Switch back to AM here. Let's listen. Not much up here. Let's see. Let's go to, let's increase the frequency up a bit. That's long wave. We'll go to medium wave, which is AM. Lots of stations on here. So these are things in Poland, I suppose. Kind of cool. That's Polish. Let's see, what else can we find here? What about Russia? I've seen Russia. Here's Japan. Can investigate Japan. There's Italy. Let's see what Italy sounds like. Italy. That's not responding. Could be off the air. Ontario, Canada. This is interesting. Let's up at a telescope here. This should be a nice quiet location. Let's see how it is. Boom. All right. So this is Australia. And there's our WWV from Fort Collins, Colorado, which you can hear in Australia, which is pretty cool. So that's going all the way from the USA to Australia. And let's see, can we hear the other one on 15 megacycles? Let's see if that one comes in. Not really. Can we hear Canada? Not really. Okay, there's CHU Canada. That's a time reference from Canada. And that's coming into Australia, which is pretty cool. What about now if we go to Australia AM radio? Let's try that. So we'll go here to medium wave. This will show us AM radio stations in Australia, wherever this thing's located. And I could hit map right here and see where this place is. So that's where it is. Let's see. Where in Australia is this? Well, that's kind of where I am. That didn't work too well. Oh, nope. Okay, here's Australian AM. So that's AM radio in Australia. Let's see what else we can do. What about in Britain? Let's try Britain here. Boom, there's Britain. What about AM radio in Britain? Let's try that. AM radio in Britain. All right, so what about Germany? Here's Germany. And let's see what we can find here. That's not working. Australia, Denmark. What's Denmark sound like? Let's try AM radio in Denmark. So I'm trying to see if I can hear the USA time marker. WWV in Denmark. Can't hear it. This guy has a what antenna? A long wire. Well, that should work. All right, let's go to AM band. Medium wave. Here's all the stations in Denmark. And it's dark there, I guess, so it sounds like things are wild there. So probably gonna hear stuff from all over in Denmark. Music. The UK coming in Denmark there. Anyway, all that's that. I sort of want to find an interesting thing here, which is called DRM, digital music on say AM stations. DRM is pretty wild. This is a digital mode that you want to use for shortwave, and there is some DRM stations here. Let's try to make that work here. This worked yesterday when I tried it, but I'm not hearing much. That sounds good. Yep, look at that. It's lighting up. Check it out. So it's a French DRM station. So now we're listening in digital on shortwave, and if it fades out, we'll lose the signal. Can't hear it anymore. We had it. Stop, start. Okay, there it is. DRMB. So it's not a very So it looks like sometime it loses sync. What if I stop it? Start it again. Yep, I can't sync it again. And again, this is from Denmark, so. All right, kind of fun. We can try some ham radio again from Denmark and see what it's like. We can go back to here. Antenna switch. Look at that. This thing's pretty cool. Let's go back to, say, 40 meters at night. 40 meters. There's 40 meters. Go back to lower sideband. Let's see what this is. Shortwave stations. Here's some lower sideband here we can try. How about that? Nope. How about here? Nope. How about here? Or here? I think that guy's in Italy somewhere. He just left. How about this? So sideband is hard to tune in. You have to be exactly right on the frequency to get the carrier to mix right. Okay, this guy's in South Italy, so we're in, I think, Denmark now, so that's reasonable. Ground signal at night. That guy sounds Russian. Here's some sideband over here. It's weaker. Let's go back over here. Well, there you are. Hopefully this has been an introduction to software-defined radio for anyone with an interest how to listen to a digital DRM radio, which is digital on shortwave. In this case, I think we picked up an experimental station in France. How to listen to AM radio in various countries, and how to use this kiwisdr.com public, which is really, really cool. Okay, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and as usual, have a great day.